everybody, this is Maria Clark at Sweet Willow Designs and welcome to my studio. Today's project is a super simple family tree necklace. Let's get started. Here are the supplies. I'm using this Blue Moon pre-made tree, and I thought it would be really nice to hang some birthstone charms off of it. I have two sizes here, a larger and a smaller. I have some chain, jump rings, a clasp, pliers, and a ruler. What I'm going to do first is measure the base components of the tree and the clasp so I know how much chain I need to cut. And in this instance, the tree is about 2 1/4 inches and the clasp is roughly 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to call that 3 inches, which means for an 18-inch necklace I would have 15 inches of chain, so 7.5 inches on each side. So I've gone ahead and I've measured the 7.5 and cut 7.5 inches of chain for each side, and I'm just going to start assembling this. So this this charm or this pendant piece has 2 little rings on each end or each side of it. So I'll just apply with a jump ring the chain to each side and get that set up. This assembly is super easy. I mean, this is a really easy pendant. And stay tuned towards the end because I have a variation on this. So I'll add the other side of the chain and close that jump ring. Get that nice and tight there. And then I will start to add the clasp, and I'm just using a very simple lobster claw clasp, and it's really simple to go together. Same thing, just open the jump ring, slip the chain on it, and then slip the one side of the clasp, close it up, and I'll get the other side. And there we go. Super easy to assemble the basic piece. Now we're going to really take it to the next level by adding the birthstone charms. And here I've got 5 family members that I'm going to use these charms for. And these charms that I got came in 2 sizes, a sort of larger size and then this smaller, more petite size. And you just try it out. I think the smaller size is actually going to work a little bit better for this necklace, so that's what I'm going to use. So I have my 5 family members and I have the birthstone for each one of them. And I'm just using a jump ring. Now these came with a little jump ring, but what I found is that it was a little bit too small for what I'm doing here. And you can see I'm kind of struggling a little bit. This is a little bit awkward the way you put this together, but I'm using a larger jump ring which helps. And then I've just kind of decided where generally I want my birthstone charms to hang. And just make sure that that jump ring is good and snug, and then I can go ahead and add the rest of the charms. And you can see that when I place these on the tree pendant, I'm varying the placement so I get a sort of a nice placement for each one of those birthstone charms. And make sure that those jump rings are nice and tight. And I've added a couple more. I'm just going to keep adding these charms. I wasn't sure if I was going to leave that little dove. It looks like a little bird or dove charm, but I actually think it's looking pretty nice, so I'm going to leave that on there. That came with the pendant. And here's the last birthstone charm. So I'll just get that added. You can see that you just really can't get simpler than this particular jewelry making. It's very simple techniques, but I just think it turned out really great. And I love being able to customize a pre-made component like this tree and get a completely different look. So this would be such a fantastic gift for a family reunion or just to commemorate family members. I've taken a variation of this and I use the same basic materials except that I have some initial charms instead of the birthstone charms. And you can see I just used 3. This is for the children in the family, and I thought that turned out really great. So I want to thank you for joining me in my studio for this super simple family tree necklace. I hope you enjoyed the project. Please consider subscribing, giving me a thumbs up, or leaving me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for joining me in my studio. Take care.